Okay, so most of my God, High Almighty, thank you so much for being here. I am coming to ask a question. The question I want to know is there something going on behind the scenes regarding my inheritance in court here in the 3D? These are my yes and no cards. On these cards, they have yes and no. I'm going to take the top 3 that come out in regards to that which I just asked God. Is there something going on behind the scenes regarding my personal inheritance in a court here in the 3D? These cards have yes and no on it. I got the 8 of Wands. That came out yes. Okay. I got the King of Wands. He came out with a yes. And then I got the High Priestess, who is the keeper of all secrets. This was the first card that came out, but it has maybe on there. But here's the thing. It's the best 2 out of 3. So the best 2 out of 3 is yes. Let me go ahead and get a scripture for today's reading before I get too far in here. What's the scripture that goes along with today's reading? God, I ask that you would allow the highest version of myself to give this update regarding what is going on. Not to reveal everything, but that which needs to be said in order for this justice and judgment to be brought into the 3D. Spiritual warfare, the full armor of God. This the same card I got last time I did an update on the court reading. I did the update on the stolen bank account. Ephesians 6:16, 6:16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, with which you will be able to extinguish all the fiery arrows of the evil one. Faith is also related to the third eye chakra. Okay. God, please allow the archangels to protect me as I tap into this energy, and the gatekeepers to assist me. Now listen. I'm into tarot, so I watch tarot and I do tarot. I watch tarot for entertainment. I watch tarot for, information and updates, okay? I do that, right? I don't watch a lot of TV. Like, to be honest, I have to force myself not to watch tarot. I see an 8 and a 2 out here, which is 10, okay? So there is something coming to completion in regarding to my personal inheritance in court. And the reason why I'm just like going to just come out here and just talk about it, because like I said in the last video, if you had opportunity to watch it on YouTube, if not, the last video that I'm referring to that same verse came out, it is only on YouTube at D.A. Lingo, okay? Please go over there and watch the video and help me get in the algorithm, because whether you help me or not, I still will get the word of the Most High God out there. And that's not to my supporters, that's to my haters, because most of the people that watch my content, they are my haters. But anyway, like I was saying, like I said in the last video, I keep being led back to talking about my inheritance that was stolen from me. And regardless to how anybody feel about it, I'm being led by God to talk about what's going on, because it's really hard to believe, right, that your own mother and your own father would plot against your life and try to steal money from you. But then when you look at who the people they really are, it's not that hard to believe. And there's a lot of things that I'm going to be revealing, but it's not time yet. Right now, I have to go through this process of what is going on in the 3D. That's why, you want me to say, that's why people don't know where I'm at. That's right. I'm in an known location. Isn't that right, family? They have been looking for me to do harm to me because they don't want me to get this inheritance. What's this? The Page of Cups. They're trying to come up with a creative opportunity to apologize to me and try to make it right in the court system. But the reason they can't make it right in the court system is because they don't know where I'm at. They can't send any type of apologetic messages. They can't send any type of messages that would help them help themselves in court by like saying, oh, hey, you know, there's a court case going on, but what you need to know is so-and-so left you this, and, you know, Reed just kept it for you until Reed felt like that. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? And it's a King of Wands energy that's involved with this. King of Wands is a person that is a natural leader, an entrepreneur. You know, I really believe that this is my mom, especially with the King of Wands coming out to the High Priestess. Because just because it's king don't mean it's masculine. It just means that it's a person in their masculine energy. And it's somebody who think they smarter than the High Priestess. Okay, look, the Empress at the bottom of the deck. I didn't even shuffle. It's my mom. My mom is in court behind the scenes regarding this inheritance. She's probably like the ringleader, the one that goes around and narrates the story that I'm incompetent. But she would never dare say it to my face. Would you, Mary? Why don't you invite me to one of your little proceedings and tell me to my face how incompetent I truly am? Show me what I need to see regarding what's going on. Oh, it's an ending coming. It's a completion. Travel. Y'all trying to travel faster to me than the news. You can't travel faster than the Spirit of God. You can't. You cannot travel faster than the Spirit of God. You want to apologize and stuff like that. This light there need to be bright. You think if you apologize, it's going to bring an ending. But it's not going to be an ending because what you have done is so egregious. And I see the number 21 here on the world card. And even though we all know I'm more than 21 years old, it's something significant about this number 21. It could be 2021. Something about 21. Okay? Well, the 2 and the 1 do go to a 3, and the Empress is still at the bottom of the deck with the 3. Now, I'm not a numerologist. You know what I'm saying? But I am starting to pay a lot more attention to the numbers because they have a lot to do with the message. Yeah, it's an ending coming to this whole court situation. It's already came because this world card says accomplishments. And one thing I know for sure is that Mary and Eddie LaSure have not accomplished the fact that to prove that I am incompetent. Show me what I need to see. You said yes. You said that there is something going on behind the scenes, behind my back, in a court situation. What is this? The Hermit. Within. Okay. What's up with this? This is the court system. They looked at it. They looked at something. The court system is not as slow as you think. They looked at something. They looked within. What's this energy about the court system? What did they find out when they did their truth seeking? What's this? The Chariot. Major arcanas. You know what this is telling me? The World to the Hermit to the Chariot. That God, the Divine Almighty. Let me just take a moment. That God, He actually intervened in this situation. What I'm hearing is what you don't know. And I'm talking to those of you here that are here for the update to see what I know, because people want to know what I know. What I'm hearing is that God intervened on a level as the high priestess. He came through to the earthly realm in the high priestess energy. And what I mean by that is he came into the court. The people that are handling this court case, the people that are paying attention to it, he came into their dreams. He came into their intuition. He came into their workspace and said, hey, you need to clean up your workspace. You got cases here that need to be closed out. You got file cabinets that need to be scanned into computers, is what I'm hearing. Is what I'm hearing. And as they began to clear out this workspace and close out these cases, guess who case popped up? And they moved forward on it. Because why are they sitting on a case of a person who is, either well and able or sick and not? Which one is it? There's too many major arcanas out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 and 3. I got 7 cards and 4 major arcanas. And 1 is a court card. Okay. No, 2 are court cards. Excuse me. Show me what I need to see about what is going on behind the scenes that they are hiding from me. Now, just to prove to those of you who need this proof, let's ask the cards another question. Is this court case pertaining to my grandmother, Bernice Bowen inheritance, who passed away in Will County, Illinois? Can I have the best 2 out of 3? I got King of Cups, yes. I got Judgment, yes. I'm not going any further. There's judgment being called on an energy who thinks that they are very emotionally balanced. And I don't want to call names because there's so many names to call. And you know what else I want to talk about? Okay, Spirit say no, stay on topic. I want to talk about it. We say that for another timeline. Because, baby, when I bust... Shut up. See? No, I can't talk about that right now. Okay. So, back to this court case. It's a King of Cup energy that is operating as if nothing is bothering them. They're emotionally balanced. They're supporting everybody. They're empathetic. Like, they just want everything to go away. But, baby, they're getting judgment, too. And you know why you're getting judgment, King of Cup energy, who you may be an Aquarius or a Pisces. You may be an Aquarius or a Pisces, male or female, it don't matter. I'm talking about your energy, which I already told y'all. My aunties, they in masculine energy because they're leaders. Go watch the video. We break it down, my aunties. Okay? You're getting judgment too, boo-boo. Okay? You will get forgiveness. You will get mercy. But you will get judgment, okay? That's the thing about judgment, okay? Judgment, it can be endings, but some of you are going to get mercy and some of you will not. Did I just put my cards? No, there. See, look. See, my cards are in the right direction, right? You see that, right? But right here, I got a couple cards in the reverse. They just in the reverse by themselves. But then all the rest of the cards, oh, there's the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's a storyline going on here. Because back here, they're not. Okay, so there's one more. Who else in the reverse? The 2 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. And the 8. Okay, that's it. Let's see what's going on with all this reverse energy. Because I don't know how those cards got in the reverse like that. That's not an accident. That's something I want to say. So we got the Emperor in the reverse. Oh, that's another one of them in it. Listen. This is one of the people that's in court. I'm going to turn them upside down like this because that's the order they came out in. So it's an Emperor energy in the reverse, right? Who is being very controlling, of this situation and they are losing control and it is driving them reckless. Which one of you is that? That's probably somebody had to travel from out of state to come back to Illinois. Yeah, people from my past. And the thing about it, I already told you, these people from my past, these are past life enemies. I'm going to talk about it one day. These are past life enemies. These are current life past karmic family enemies, okay? That's who these people are. And this energy charging towards me, Queen of Cups. We got the Queen of Cups, the Emperor. So I'm picking up my mom, my dad, my uncle, my aunties. They're probably calling them my fake uncle, who's also my cousin. This is the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, every time I pull this energy on my inheritance, I get so many people involved. So many dark and evil. So the Queen of Cups in reverse is somebody who lacks inner feeling, lacks self-care. They're very codependent and insecure. All right? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is lacking financial security. They can be jealous. They like self-centered. They can be overbearing. Sounds like people I know. Two of Cups in the reverse. Disharmony, distrust. So they don't even, this group of people, these siblings, is actually what it is. Because now that I look at it, thank you, Spirit. That's Uncle David, Aunt Rosie, Aunt Sandra. Take it as it resonates. We got the King of Wands. That's my mama. Then we got the King of Cups. That's my daddy. We got Judgment. Because my dad is actually a Scorpio. Broken communication. They can't trust each other. Well, I thought you said that, you know, you was going to be able, okay, Channel, tell me. I thought you said that you was going to be able to get the paperwork to prove that she couldn't take care of herself and her kids. Well, she ain't taking care of. How's she not taking care of herself? And who taking care of her then? How is she living there? Where is she living at? Ooh. Well, she had trouble and I was in mental health. I did go to an inpatient, like, timeout facility because I was overwhelmed. I was inpatient for what, 3 to 5 days, 10, 15 years ago. But that's when Grandma had passed. And that's why I said before that they had used the time that I caught a charge and got a power of attorney in my name. And I believe that they had also been doing something to withhold the inheritance, the bank account, or whatever it is, right? They doing something to withhold it with an old power of attorney. Because I did reach out to an attorney. And I asked the attorney, I said, when do the power of attorney expire? And guess what they said? If you know the answer, say it with me. Never. A power of attorney do not expire unless it's written in that power of attorney. It don't never expire. So they're like in a situation where there's a lot of distrust because they can't prove what they've been saying about me. I have, and I'm going to say this with my chest out, I have successfully raised my kids on my own. Regardless to what they turned out to be. I have a 27-year-old, whatever he do, that's what he do. He 27, not my responsibility. I have a 23-year-old. Whatever she do is what she do. She is not my responsibility, okay? I have a 14-year-old that I am co-parenting with her father. All right, not that I owe anybody an explanation, but I am co-parenting with my daughter's father. And I have an 8-year-old child. And who is helping who do what? Financially, emotionally. Listen, let me tell you something about this pastor that y'all, I don't know if y'all following her or what. I don't know what y'all doing. But this is the same type of person, right? This is facts. That wouldn't even keep my daughters, period. I don't care how old they was. And one of her excuses would be because she didn't want to comb their hair. Or when she did keep them, I had to like freshly get their hair done and or braided. Take over there about $200 worth of food stamps, food. You know what I'm saying? Cook meals and snacks that she like to eat and give her money. And that just might be for 2 or 3 days over the weekend. Okay. But y'all love it. Back to these reverse cards. We got the Seven of Swords in reverse. Oh, y'all want to come clean now from all your hard work. They want to come clean from all their hard work. That'd be best thing for you to do, because in my advice, you know, from someone that has actually caught a case, it's just best to go ahead and come clean so that you can get your court case closed out as soon as possible, and then begin your time, your criminal time, whether that be, you know, house arrest, okay, probation, in-house jailing facility, you know. I don't know. I don't know. But it would be best for you to go ahead and come clean and talk about the things that you were so passionate about, that you did repetitively. Something with the number 8, which I'll do 8 times over and over and over and over and over. Oh, you want me to get the other deck? Okay. Yeah, because, you know, this is a documentary. Yeah. I got the Deviant Mind deck right here. Deviant Moon. Excuse me. You know, this is a documentary, and like I said before, it's very important to me that I document what's going on with my inheritance court case, because once everything come out and I do this audio book, I don't want it to be no room for nobody to say that God did not reveal unto me that which was hidden. See, that's another thing that all of this is about, right? This is all about the fact that people want to say that I'm working for the devil and that I'm getting these messages from the devil, right? But here's the thing. Y'all are the ones that work for the devil. So why would the devil tell me y'all playing when y'all trying to destroy me? You can put it in the comments, or you can send me an email, because I really like to know your logic behind that. Like, why am I telling a plan that I'm supposed to be a part of? Because I'm not. And none of this information was known to me before I got into my spirituality, and I started realizing that there is more to mind, body, and soul than just the King James Version. And that's why I be telling people about the King James Version. And don't get me wrong, I like the King James Version. But what I'm trying to really break down, and then I'm going to go back to this court situation, what I'm really trying to break down to y'all about the King James Version is that it's just one of the tools, one of the books of affirmation that you need to use as a tool. And people take it way too far. And not only do they take it way too far, they take it way too far and they know not what they do. Like, if you're going to practice spell work, then make sure you know exactly what type of spell work that you are practicing. Because the Bible do blood rituals. And listen, I'm not into blood rituals, but you might be. And I don't judge as long as you're not doing nothing evil. But, you know, you really don't have to, like, I mean, I don't eat anything when I meditate and I connect with my ancestors. What I do is I try to, like, channel energy into my crystals. If I'm having a rough moment, I might hold my crystals, because the energy goes into the crystal. Or I'll go outside in nature, or I'll light a candle and I'll write what I want to release on the candle, things like that. But I mean, I don't eat crackers and drink juice and, you know, pray for better days. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to realize, is that it's nothing wrong with that. So why you judging me? That's too much like real. But anyway, let's get back into it. So, yeah, let's talk about what they want to come clean from. This hard work that they did. They don't trust each other after they work so hard together. I mean, y'all relatives, though. What's going on with this situation? Okay, what we got? We got the 9 of Wands. Regret. It's like, they not, like, protected. Oh, this the energy they wanted me to be in? That's what they was working on? That's how they wanted me to feel. like I was by myself. My ancestors left me. Woe is me. I need help. Let me crawl back home to my mom and dad and cry. Nah, that didn't work. Let me tell you what actually happened with the Five of Swords, sneaky and deceptive behavior. What actually happened is Mary and Eddie are the reasons why everybody know that they can't find me, because Mary and Eddie put me in an energy where I didn't want nobody to know where I was at. They were sending negative energy towards me, so much so. How much you want me to say, Spirit? My parents were sending so much negative energy towards me, so much so that I was guided to sell what I could out of my home and move to an undisclosed location. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I didn't go to my brother's funeral services. I didn't. So anyway, in January, these fools, they pop up looking for me, lurking. They're dangerous. They're evil people. When they could have called, and I would have told them, don't come see me. The magician. They want to come towards me to do their magic, because their magic only work when they come towards me. Listen, I was reflecting on my life. That's the work. They're magicians. I was reflecting on my life, and I was thinking back how to every place I moved to, some kind of way, Mary ended up moving there. And it was so creepy, because when I graduated from East Aurora in 94, right? I graduated from high school in Aurora, Illinois. That's where I was raised at. I went to Jackson State. Y'all, I swear to God, them fools moved to Jackson. Some of y'all might remember when they moved to Jackson. And remember they moved to Jackson, and she moved to Jackson, and then her next move was she enrolled in Ole Miss online. No, she was going to they got a remote campus. Okay? I don't know where it's at because I ain't been there. But anyway, she ended up going to college, trying to outdo me, trying to get her bachelor's degree before I got my bachelor's degree. But here's the thing. They moved to Jackson, and they shit fell apart. I don't know the ins and outs of the stories, because I wasn't living in the house that they was living in. I was living on campus. And these fools popped up, moved to Jackson. I don't know why. I don't know if they couldn't afford the house, or she wasn't happy there, or whatever the situation was. But they ended up not even being there a whole year. And she left the house, and I don't know what the situation of that house was, because I was like 19. And this is when I was with my husband. But we were not married at that time. And we were both like, if I was 19, he was too. And they left and moved back to Aurora. And me and him and a friend of his and his girlfriend moved in the house. Because we were living over there in Jackson, in North Jackson, in this big house. 2 young couples. And we was living there. And we stayed there almost a year before we had to leave. True story. That's the first time she followed me. That's the first time she followed me. She's a weirdo, man. Because her magic, she needs to be near me for her dark magic to work. Because those of you who know that you know, didn't she pop up and move to Tunica? Didn't Mary pop up and move to Tunica? Okay, I'll tell y'all that story, how she ended up in Tunica another day. I see people out there shaking their head. Thank you for being here. How long I've been on here? Oh, 30 minutes. When I looked at the clock, it said 3003. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here. Drop me a heart if you're here. I don't care what color it is. You could drop a candle. Any kind of emoji. Drop your favorite emoji. It don't know. Just send me a sign. Let me know you're alive. What else is it that I need to know about this musician? What is this? The work. Eight of Pentacles came back out. She working hard. She working what? Hard right now. She working hard right now doing magic on the court case. I hear you, Spirit. Spirit want me to stay focused. Yes, sir. And I shall. Let's get some current energy. No. Yes. Got my karmic deck. And I got my wind. Can you show me some of these energies that came out? Show me these energies that came out. That's something to do with the court case. And the magic and the work that they're doing. The work is not working. I don't feel isolated. I don't feel alone. And those of you that are listening, I see a sister. Ooh. Now listen, this could be my sister. This could be my children's sister. This could be my mom's sister. Okay? So it's a sister energy. I don't feel lonely. I feel loved. I feel well protected. And I'm not ashamed of saying what I said. I think that I got a grandmother energy. And here's the thing about the grandmother energy, right? My mom is a specialist at energy. And I think that when it comes to the tarot world, she, alert, is cloaking her energy as a grandmother and not a mother. Because technically she is a grandmother. I think she may be a great-grandmother and maybe a great-great-grandmother. Who else is in court behind the scenes? So grandmother and her sister. Sound like my mama and some aunties. And here's the other thing. My mama aunties are grandmas too. Right? And they're also sisters. So, you could try to shapeshift the energy all you want to, but it's going to come out regardless. Is that it? What's at the bottom of that? My playboy cousin? Right, because he's really my uncle? I don't know. Look, then it's in reverse. All the other cards in the upright. Yes, this is my playboy cousin who's really my uncle on paper, but he's my cousin by blood. Listen, I ain't got time for it. Y'all, I got so many emotions in this reading. I'm laughing, I'm crying. Y'all gotta laugh to keep from crying. I also got my when did it happen? When are they going to court? Can you give me some of the days? This is just to validate to them because I know that they really want to say that I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not. On a rainy day, where I'm at, it's actually raining today. It's raining today where I'm at right now. Right now. But yeah, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for, being a part of this documentary. As I go through this journey, I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know where it's going to lead. But I know that I got the faith in God to get me through, And it's not so much that I'm in a situation where I'm like begging for money or nothing like that. It's like real life. It's the principle behind the fact of how you would treat your own daughter, your own stepdaughter. Even if I'm not his real daughter, your own like these people raised me not to be shit. Like if I was really incompetent and mentally ill, you just don't even understand how much energy that they put into me being mentally incompetent. isolating me as a child. Nope, I will not be quiet. Isolating me as a child, putting excessively strict rules on me, misleading me as I walk through life, not guiding me. Like, I didn't even get taught about relationships, and watching their relationship process with caution. Okay. And watching their relationship, I did not. It's storming somewhere. Y'all been having a lot of bad weather. Y'all know where y'all at having that bad weather. So yeah, that's why a lot of things are the way they are. What's the time since you don't make a see? Why am I thinking about my brother Michael right now? What's up with Michael? He coming in my energy. What's this? Afternoon. Y'all got court after lunch? They got the afternoon court session. Because listen, them 8 and 9 o'clock a.m. court sessions, they can be a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you got to actually get up, get dressed, park your car, and walk in the courthouse and be there at 9. Like, yeah. I don't want that no more. Y'all going to the afternoon court sessions? Okay, if I'm lying, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just drop it in the comments and be like, you lying, because my court hearing was at 8. And then everybody will know that, what I'm saying is not true about the work that you were doing, the black magic that you have been doing towards me, not only towards me, but towards the court system. So, Spirit, can I have the overall final outcome? Where's my after tarot deck? This is before. Where's the after? I'm looking for my after tarot. It should have been right here. Is this after tarot? Let me look. This is it. Because the before tarot deck is in the box. Yeah, because it's the 8 of Swords. He cutting her free. See, in the after tarot, they tell you what happened afterwards, for those of you that didn't know. Okay. So what's going to be the overall outcome? See the 6 of Wands. Somebody's being gifted something. What's going to be the overall outcome of this afternoon court session that's coming up for these magicians? That's who traveling. Listen, a lot of them don't live in Will County, Illinois anymore. So if they do have to go to court, yeah, they are traveling. I'm talking about these people live great distance from their location. Look. You see that? The 4 of Pentacles? You see that? With that skeleton? They got to give that up. That's the outcome. He coming to get it back. I'm sorry. Here you go. 4 of Pentacles. What's the outcome? They got to give that 4 of Pentacles up. It's going to be taken by force or by choice. They got to give it up. Okay, then. They got to give it up. And they holding on to it tight. That's funny. Look, in the regular 4 of Pentacles, he's like standing on 2, one on his head and one in his arms. But on this one, baby, he got 3 in his arms. He holding on to it tight. And it don't matter. Because they got to give it up. They going to snatch these 3 first, even though that one was free. I could just see this skeleton face. And this skeleton ain't even got a face. And I can just see this face. They got to give it up. They got to get... Listen. Look. This is what the investigators found out. Remember the hermit card came out earlier? He found a snake. He found inconsistencies. Here he is right here. This is what the investigator found out. That these people was dirty. He had to sick his dog on him. I'm sorry. That's what he found out. He found a snake. Inconsistencies. Okay? Fraud paperwork. Forged paperwork. Fake documents. They couldn't produce what they said they could produce. I'm also picking up he had to get help. He had to get help with this case because he couldn't believe what he was seeing. He needed another pair of eyes. What's the outcome? He caught that snake by his hand, baby. Listen, while y'all busy holding on to them pentacles, the court system got y'all by the neck. That's what I'm seeing. And if you try to run, they're going to sick their dogs on you. Take it how it resonates. I don't know if somebody's planning on not showing up for the next court date. Thinking about maybe taking a little vacation. Listen, if you're thinking about not showing up for the next court date and maybe taking a little vacation, you might want to think again. Because it looked like to me, the dogs, they ready for you. So it'd be best for you to just travel to that location that they say that you can go and just stay at that location until it's time for you to come back. And you know what? And then I'm going to get out this court proceeding, okay? I told Mary and Eddie the last time I talked to them to give me my paperwork and to give me my money. And you know what they did? They ignored me. What's the final message? This just fell out. The Two of Pentacles. Look, things are being balanced out. In the Two of Pentacles, he's imbalanced. He's watching his ships. They're out there tossing back and forth. But in this after tarot, the ships that came in, baby. And he's still imbalanced watching me go to my ship. So they're going to watch me. This is not something, thank you, Spirit. This is not something that's going to be like, going on forever, ever. And they're going to pass away and not have to face me and or apologize or whatever. I'm being strong. Listen, I'm headed towards healing. I got the 8, the strength, the 10 of wands. He laid his wands down. He don't have burdens. He just got that ace of wands. I got the 3 of swords with the swords coming out the heart. And then the 6 of swords moving on. Them actually made it. Lord have mercy. I'm about to cry. This is my energy right here. I'm strong. You see that? My burdens are being released. Okay? My heart is healing from the betrayal of my own family. And I'm finna make it to my destination with my son. You see that? Man, listen. That card is making me so emotional because y'all don't even know, to be going through all these changes with a child. And, I don't use him being special needs as a crutch, man, but he is. But we gonna make it. That was the true word of the Most High God.